Wala, 20% lang.
80% of it.
Diba?
Kaya na-miss ka lang.
20% lang daw talaga yung meat ng book. So, ito na yun.
Yeah.
Lagi tayong big picture. Parang anong gagawin natin? Kahit 1% lang, at the end of the year daw, 38% na yung nabago. 37%. Oh, nagkamali lang ako.
Isa lang. 1% lang. Relax.
Yung habit daw is made up of 4 things. May cue yung habit, tas may craving ka doon sa habit na yon, tas may response, may gagawin ka, tas may reward ka naman.
Sampulan mo na bro, para mas magets ng mga audience. So,
Alright, welcome again. Another episode of Lead Spark. Again, so we're going to review another book, and I hope nag-enjoy kayo last time sa 5 Levels of Leadership by John Maxwell.
Itong libro na babasahin natin. Pag-aaralan natin.
sobrang favorite ni Ruby ito. Araw-araw niya pinapakita.
Paborito yan. Naging ano. Okay, so again, sabi ko nga namin, ang promise namin sa inyo, we're going to explore new styles of contents, and isa to sa mga na-figure out namin na review books and magbigay ng insights about it para kayo din mismo mag-gain ng new knowledge, at kung gusto nyo, bilhin nyo din yung mga libro na dinidiscuss natin para kayo mismo mabasa nyo.
Maglalagay ba tayo ng link?
Link affiliate.
Brian, Ito.
I think siguro yung ulit lang na reminder is that this is meant para makatulong sa inyo to digest. No?
Yeah.
Like, kung tinatamad ka magbasa ng libro,
Correct.
Pakinig ka ng podcast na to, para ka na ding nagbasa ng buong libro.
may mapupulot ka kahit papaano.
Yeah. Hindi naman kahit papaano. May mapupulot naman talaga.
I mean, basahin nila yung the whole book, but you get somehow a chunk of it.
Yes. Matikman nyo kahit paano, di ba? And ang book...
Hindi, maganda to. Kanyari, pinag-iisipin nila kung gusto nilang bilhin yung book. O, panoorin nyo muna yung, yung review namin.
Parang 20%. Ito yung 20% na pwede mong makuha from the book.
Kung may makukuha ka.
Pero sabi, Pareto principle 20% lang.
80% of it.
Diba?
Kaya na-miss ka lang.
20% lang daw talaga yung meat ng book. So, ito na yun.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm sure na-miss nyo from last episode.
3 episode yata yun.
Talaga? Ay, oo.
3 episode.
Dalawa lang yun. Alright. So, ang featured book natin for this episode is, baka familiar na rin kayo, medyo maingay itong libro na to. It's called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Joke lang. Sobrang ingay. Nabasa ni ko ito.
Di kaya meron tayong mga laptop lahat.
Kasi medyo technical yung...
para may yung mga notes natin, tsaka yung mga chat
Tsaka yung quote natin. Quotes natin, di na hula-hula.
Exact
verbatim to.
Verbatim quotes.
Alright.
Kwento mo muna, RJ, siguro, sino si James Clear? Sino yung author ng book?
Tanong, saan galing ang PDF nyo? Artista ko, bumili ako ng Kindle book.
Wow.
Yan.
Sa Recto, meron ako.
Basta may nagpasa lang sa akin.
Ako na YouTube ko lang.
May nagpasa lang sa akin. Well, si James Clear, actually sa libro ko lang din ng Atomic Book siya Atomic Habits ko lang na kilala si James Clear. Pero ang background niya pala ay basketball player siya.
Baseball.
Sorry. Malinaw.
Mas alam pa niya, bro.
Ay, kasi nag-review ako eh.
Bagsak ko niya. So, sorry. Baseball player pala. And then, one session, one play, one training. Na-injure siya. Tinamaan siya ng high school.
Tinamaan baseball bat sa mukha.
Nagkaroon siya ng multiple fractures and broken socket ng yung eyes niya.
Orbital socket.
Yun. Grabe, no? So, nag-pass out siya, and then nagkaroon ng mahabang recovery time yung health niya, to the point na nag-skip siya ng seasons.
Yeah.
Yan. And dun nagsisimula yung journey niya of learning how powerful habits are. Kasi, nung time na naka-recover na siya, and naka-attend siya ng, I think, isang class about powerful habits or building successful habits na ginamit niya, in-apply niya. And ang ending, nakapasok ulit siya sa
college
sa
level.
team. Yeah, college level. And then, to the point na I think nabigyan din siya ng...
the best athlete.
Yan. Alright.
Kabisado ni Koy ito eh.
Kabisado ko yung intro niya. Yun ang nabasa ko.
And yun yung intro. Tama si Koy. And medyo graphic yung yung story. Kasi naranasan niya parang yung blood sa face niya. And, basta mahabang journey yun. Alright? And then...
Lagi niya rin sinasabi doon na hindi naman ako yung pinakamagaling. Hindi nga ako magaling at all, sabi niya. Pero very consistent siya.
And yung naabot ng success through yung concepts about building habits is enough na, ang sabi niya, to actually share yung mga knowledge na yun through this book. Yep. So, ngayon, may diniscuss siya na mga fundamental laws. Actually, 4 laws yon. And we're about to dive in sa mga laws na yon. So, bigyan ko lang ng quick rundown. The laws are, number 1, para ma-build my habit, you have to make it obvious. Next is to make it attractive. And then make it easy. And then make it satisfying. So, isa-isahin natin.
But before that, RJ, I think kailangan mo tayong explain but atomic habits, di ba? When we say atomic, small.
Yun yung question ko sa'yo.
Okay, go.
So, ano yung atomic habits?
Ayun. Kasi I think we are all aware na we have to change something in us. I mean, when you look at yourself, there's something that you want to change. Like finances mo. Kailangan ko ng ganito. Or parang parang hindi ako healthy. So I need to from 80 to 72. Lagi tayong big picture. Parang anong gagawin natin. But he's saying sa intro na no, small little things that you will change in your everyday life will transform or arrive to your picture or your end goal. Okay? So, I love that kasi pagbasa mo pa lang ng una, okay, na hindi ka ma-overwhelm na ang dami mo kailangan gawin, ang daming kailangan ayusin, but small little things. Sabi nga niya, I think in chapter 1, yung 1% na change per day, kahit 1% lang, at the end of the year daw, 38% na yung nabago. 37%. Oh, nagkamali lang ako.
Isa lang. 1% lang. Relax. Ito mga supremacist.
Diba? So isipin mo, 1% ka lang nagbago ng isang araw.
True.
For at the end of the year, 37%. So, yun. Kaya siya atomic habits.
Yeah. And atomic, it's the most simple... The smallest changes, di ba, will lead to bigger results. And I think, hindi lang to magiging effective. Like, nasa fundamental area tayo ngayon ng discussion natin. Hindi lang siya effective individually. Kasi habits are also systems na... on a bigger scale, pag sa organization na, it's already part of the culture ng mga tao.
Yeah.
So later on, mapag-usapan natin how proximity affects your habits, di ba? Isa sa mga nagustuhan ko, Magka-cite na tayo ng quote kaya nagbasa tayo eh.
Yeah.
Yung sinabi niya, you don't rise by the height of your goals.
Yeah, you
fall by the level of your systems. So,
nice.
Galing, no? So, yung goal natin na magkaroon ng healthy body, yung fit body natin, magandang goal siya eh. Pero unless mabuo natin yung system natin, yung daily routine natin of eating healthy food, getting enough rest, and then working out every single day, hindi talaga magiging possible yung change na hinanap natin.
Pakwento natin kay Koy yung
Yan, Koy. Kwento mo nga, Koy.
Wait lang. Nasa first chapter ba yan?
Recycling team.
Yan! Alam ko yan, bro.
Brailsford.
Oo, grabe. Yung kwento nung cycling team ng UK ba or British? Basta yung UK. For the longest time, lagi silang kolelat to a point na yung mga bikes ayaw magpagamit ng mga brand sa kanila kasi ganun sila kakapalpak. But then they hired this performance coach. I forgot the exact name.
Brailsford.
Yan. Na ang sabi niya, kahit 1% lang, hanapan natin ng mga pwedeng i-improve kahit 1% lang. So, pinalitan nila yung suot nilang damit, pinalitan nila yung gulong.
Nilagyan ng alcohol yung gulong, di ba?
Nilagyan alcohol yung gulong.
Para mas makapit.
Grabe.
Tinuruan sila maghugas ng kamay.
Naghugas ng kamay para hindi sila magkasipon.
Yeah.
Grabe, ganong ka
Detailed.
detailed
Yes.
yung performance coach na yun. And then, nagtuloy-tuloy yung coaching nila hanggang sa dumating na sa point na yung isa sa team member nanalo doon sa
Tour de France.
Tour de France. Tapos hindi lang yung isang member, pero sa sumunod na taon, yung isang member din nanalo din. Tapos yung team nila nanalo for 5 consecutive times. So grabe lang yung doon nakita.
Olympic Games pala.
Olympic Games. Tapos to a point nga na nag-dominate yung loser team.
Yeah.
Same people, pero dahil meron silang mga binagong small changes, grabe yung impact sa Tapos naging level world class sila, cyclist.
60%.
Grabe.
Nung total medals.
Grabe.
Sa kanila napunta.
Wow. Ganun ka-intense.
From a very losing team.
Yeah.
dahil lang dun sa idea ng performance 1%, coach na yun.
Yeah, 1%.
Hugas ng kamay, di ba?
Yeah.
1%. So, siguro sobrang desperado rin nila, no? Na, sige, try na nga natin. Lagi na rin naman talo rin naman tayo next year.
There's nothing to lose.
Oo, nothing to lose na eh.
Yeah. Hinighlight ko dito yung parang sinabi nila na 1% improvements in overlooked and unexpected areas.
Yeah, ganda.
That's good.
Yung ginawa nila.
Ganda.
Ganda.
An example of 1%, for example, hindi ka na magko-coke. Di ba? Parang gano'n. Diba? O, kung everyday ka nagko-coke, bawasan kaya natin ng isang day. Like gano'n, di ba?
Correct.
Saka paulit-ulit si James Clear na hanggang chapter 20. paulit-ulit si James Clear. Sabi niya, make it easy for you. Yeah. Di ba? Kasi yung point niya, pagka mahirap yan, na-challenge
hindi mo
ka.
magagawa.
Wala, ayaw ka eh.
Right.
So, lagi niyang inuulit na make it easy para madali mong i-integrate doon sa system ng katawan mo. So, grabe, hanggang chapter 20 yan.
Galing, bro. Over na yung ano.
Okay na ako. Kayo naman.
May ambag na.
Yun ibang bato pala na. Yeah, may sinabi siya doon na how habits will shape your identity.
Chapter 2 yan, bro.
So, bago tayo ng chapter 2, meron pa siyang sinabi doon na yung following that principle, if you also repeat 1% errors day after day,
magzi-zero.
by replicating poor decisions, duplicating tiny mistakes, and rationalizing little excuses, our small choices compound into
That's
toxic
good.
results.
I like that.
Grabe.
Nabasa ko din yan.
It's the accumulation of many missteps,
Right.
a 1% decline here and there, that eventually leads to a problem.
Yeah.
So yung mga problema, like for example, health issue.
Diba yung mga, minsan lang naman eh.
Minsan lang naman tong chicharon eh. Diba?
Oven.
Sisig for breakfast.
Napaisip talaga ako,
Gusto
bro.
pa naman natin magdiwata overload, bro.
Napaisip talaga ako kasi I don't know if you remember yung kinote din nila yung Spurs coach. Saan ba part yun? Yung sinabi ng Spurs coach, meron siyang quote na binabasa. Pag ayaw na niya mag-train, ang quote niya, sabi niya, when nothing seems to help, I go and look at a stone cutter hammering away at his rock. Perhaps 100 times without as much as a crack showing in it. So, ibig sabihin, 100 times na niyang hinahammer,
pero wala
namang
pa rin.
crack. Yet at the 101st blow, it will split into two. And I know that it was not the last blow that did it, but all that had
Consistent.
gone before. So, parang double-edged in a sense. Kasi naisip ko, yung lahat ng crispy patang kinain ko, di ba ako namamatay? Baka yung huling-huling kakainin ko, yun yung fan. Yun yung last blow,
Yun yung
bro.
pang 101. Ay, naku, sarap pa naman. Crispy ulo,
Di ba?
crispy pata. Uy.
Agree.
Shoutout sa Badong.
Agree.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Ang ganda ng mga ganong example ni James Clear. Kasi ang dami niyang...
Ang dami niyang kwento.
Ang dami niyang kwento, ang dami niyang analogy. Like, for example, yung ice cube sa room. Hindi siya mag-meltdown until
certain degree.
32 degrees or basta yung room temp. Maabot ng room. Galing, no?
Yeah.
Kami lang lagay.
Kayo lang nakagets.
Bro, balik to sa identity. Gusto ko yan.
And actually, ito yung... hindi lang naman si James Clear yung nagsasabi nito. Pero actually, a great reminder kasi yun nga, yung small habits, eventually, it will become part of your life na on a certain level, nagiging part na ng identity mo siya na pag hindi mo siya ginawa, hindi buo yung araw mo. So parang, naalala ko yung naranasan niyo po pagbalik ta rin, kaya naliligo ka, unahin mo muna yung
Shampoo.
O kaya kung nasanay ka ng shampoo, unahin mo yung sabon muna. Parang after mong maligo, parang hindi ka pa rin
weird,
naligo. Kasi weird. Correct.
O yung mga magulang natin, di ba, pagka hindi sila nagwalis sa umaga, parang hindi kompleto yung umaga nila.
Mainit
hindi
ulo
nagkape.
nila.
Parang part ng naging identity na nila.
Yeah. And ang powerful nito, ang ganda ng I think I don't know exactly kung nasa chapter 2 ba siya o sa ibang
Chapter
chapters.
3 ata.
Yung if you really want to quit smoking, you don't tell yourself na I want to quit smoking. You tell yourself I'm not a smoker.
Yeah.
I think ito yung sabi doon, the most effective way to change your habits is to focus not on what you want to achieve, but on who you wish to become.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you want, ang goal mo is to not stop smoking. Ang goal mo is to you be a non-smoker. Identity.
Yes, identity.
Hindi things that you want to remove. Di ba? Parang hindi mo goal yung tumigil sigarilyo, for example. Ang goal mo is to have healthy lungs, something like that. A person that has a healthy lung. So identity-based yung habit change.
Yeah, I remember, kaya tuwan-tuwa ako kasi I think 2 weeks ago, we preached about Colossians chapter 3. Kasi diba yung Colossians chapter 3 would talk about do this, do this, do this, do this, do not do this, do not do this. Pero yung first part, yung 1 to 4, sabi niya, if you then who have set your mind on things above.
If you are raised with Christ, therefore.
Yes. Because you died.
Yeah.
And your life is now hidden in Christ. And I remember preaching na saying, before we think about behavior change, ang sabi ni Paul, no, identity change muna. Tignan mo na kung sino ka, di ba? Kalalahanin mo kung sino ka, tagalangit ka. And then, pag nayakap mo ng tagalangit ka, then these things are normal because tagalangit ka.
Correct.
So, galing.
It's embracing
Yeah.
yung change na gusto mo and actually thinking na yun ka na before you actually accomplish it. Galing, no?
Yeah, so, nang hinighlight ko, the goal is not to read a book.
Nice.
The goal is to become a
A reader. Yeah, nabasa
The
ko
goal
rin
is
yan.
not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a
runner.
The goal is not to learn an instrument. The goal is to become a musician. So, identity yung habol mo. Tapos, although mamaya meron siyang caveat sa dulo. Hindi alam nila.
Chapter 19.
May caveat yan sa dulo. Pero, that's what he's saying, na focus on identity. Tapos, there's an internal pressure daw to maintain your self-image and behave in a way that is consistent with your beliefs. So, you find whatever way you can to avoid contradicting yourself. Kaya nga, if you understand your identity, then may internal pressure ka na to maintain it.
Correct.
So, imbes na hindi tayo kumakain ng mataba, health conscious kasi tayo.
Yeah.
Ganun.
Kabaliktaran naman doon, sabi din doon, behavior that is incongruent with the self will not last.
Yeah.
Ibig sabihin, gusto mo naman talaga, kaso lang pinipigil mo, hindi siya maglalast eh. Baba, gusto mo talaga ng chicharon.
May internal conflict.
May conflict eh. Gusto mo talaga yung chicharon eh. Kaya siguro, but so again, heart change talaga. Inside out transformation.
Yeah.
That's what the Bible says eh. Parang inside out, parang
And sadly,
internal, pa external.
sadly for some people, di ba, kailangan pa ng parang drastic na major
Gulat.
life
Yes.
event para magganon. So yun siguro, yun yung
O kaya nga nakakatakot na nga.
Ito example, di ba?
Huling kiss yung pata ko na.
Diba
Bago mabiyak.
kay Bishop Ferdy.
Kota ka na.
Tapos biglang, dahil nangyari kay Bishop Ferdy, biglang sabi namin, Victory Bulacan, June, magpapa-APE tayo lahat. Yung parang gano'n. Pati tayo nag-APE dati. So, yeah, and that's true. Like, these things, bad things that happens to us will remind us to change our habits.
Correct. Ang ganda nitong mga lessons na to kasi I'm sure marami sa atin yung gusto na nating magbago ng January hanggang ngayon, May 1 na wala pa rin. Kasi it's because, again, it's not about how high your goals are. It's about the systems in place para magkatotoo yan.
I wanna add also yung how it's a feedback loop na parang your identity helps you with your habits, pero your habits help you define your identity more.
Yeah.
Na parang sinabi niya, the more you repeat a behavior, the more you reinforce the identity associated with that behavior. So, halimbawa, sinabi mo na, hindi, kasi talaga ako, health conscious kasi ako. Pero, sinabi din niya na yung identity mo ngayon, you only believe it because you have proof of it in your life na may proof ka eh. So, for example, you think you're a best lover. Why? May proof ako na mahal talaga ako ng mga minahal ko. You prove that you're a good preacher. May proof ako kasi marami nagsabi na magaling akong preacher. But because you know na you're a good preacher, you devote more time preaching. So, nag-reinforcean yung dalawa.
Oo.
Pero hindi ba chicken and egg yun? Parang,
Yan nga siya.
ang galing na.
Kahit anong mauna, helps the other
Correct.
with the other.
And then cycle na siya.
Yeah.
So, eto na, yung first law daw in building an effective habit is to make it obvious. Like, so, for example, how do you make a habit obvious? Ito ba yung part na may nasa environment? Hindi, ala pa, no?
Halo-halo na doon.
Halo-halo na, no?
May visual cues, may environment.
Yan. Or
may
cravings.
people,
Mga ganyan.
yeah.
So, for example, I think one example dun yung kung gusto mo makakompleto ng 8 glasses of water, you make it obvious. Like, ilagay mo yung water dispenser kung saan mas mabilis mo siya makukuha, mas lagi mo siyang nakikita. You make it obvious. So, yung habit, mas madali na lang siya. Madali lang siyang
I think, sorry to cut you, RJ. Siguro pakita natin sa kanila how yung parts ng habit,
yan.
diba? Cue, craving, response, reward.
Yeah.
Diba? So, yung habit daw is made up of 4 things. May cue yung habit, tas may craving ka doon sa habit na yon, tas may response, may gagawin ka, tas may reward ka na makuha.
Sampulan mo na bro, para example, mas magets ng mga audience.
So for example, sa gabi, nagugutom ka.
Yeah.
So, ang cue mo ay nagugutom ako, tas 10 o'clock na.
Yeah.
Right? So ngayon, ang craving mo ngayon ay naghahanap ka ng matamis. So alam mo sa ref mo, mayroong matamis. So bubuksan mo yung ref, kukunin mo yung tsokolate, yun yung response, tas kakainin mo. Yun yung
reward.
Dopamine hit na makakuha mo dun sa tsokolate, tsaka yung pag-satisfy niya dun sa matamis na gusto mo, yun ngayon yung reward. So, marami daw tayong ginagawa sa buhay natin na programmed na siya kasi habit na siya. So, for example, pagkagising sa umaga, ano yung unang-una mong gagawin? So, ang QI, pagkabukas ng mata mo, di ba? Some people, pagkabukas ng mata, hanapin yung phone.
Yes.
Kasi may craving agad na kailangan ko makita kung anong bago nangyari.
FOMO, yeah.
So, kunin yung phone, tapos bubuksan. Pag binuksan na nila, yun yung response. Tapos, yung dopamine hit na makukuha nila doon, yun yung craving. So, Ngayon, hinati ngayon niya yun sa 4 na paano mo ngayon i-establish yung habit. So, yung katapat ng Q ay make it obvious.
Yes.
Kung gusto mo ng bagong habit, katapat ng Q, make it obvious. Ba't pala may ganun tayo? Q,
Edit na lang nila. Ayan.
pag ganun, yan. Q is make it obvious. Tapos yung craving ay make it attractive.
Yes.
Tapos yung response ay make it easy.
Layo-layo mo konti para hindi dikit.
Nahirapan niya edit. Nahirapan niya editor, bro.
Lapit eh.
Okay. So Q, make it Make it
obvious.
Obvious. Okay, dapat laging kita para madali mong magawa yung Q. Tapos, make it attractive.
Make it attractive.
Make it easy dun sa response. Tapos, make it satisfying dun sa reward.
Yeah.
Good.
Yun. Tapos, dun ngayon mahahati yung book na yung 4 major parts.
So, dun nga sa chapter 3, make it obvious, sabi niya, environment is the invisible hand that shapes the human behavior. Kasi nga bro, pag hindi mo nakikita, example, okay, Q.
Well, ayaw mo na, chapter 6 to yun.
Chapter 3, bro.
Chapter 6 na.
Chapter 3, bro. Ayan, no? You cannot change, design your environment to make what you should do easy and what
yun,
shouldn't do. Ay, sorry, bro. Ma-advance.
Times 2 lang.
Di ba kasi paggising mo sa umaga, tapos kung gusto mong matutong magbasa ng Bible, or kung bawa, sabi mo, I wanna change reading my Bible, hindi mo na ka magpo-phone, siguro, tago mo yung phone mo sa loob ng closet, tapos maglabas ka ng physical Bible, para pagising mo, yun yung una mo makikita.
Right.
Kasi make it obvious nga eh.
Correct,
so, at the same time, kung tinanggal mo yung all the bad stuff in your pantry, kahit mag-crave ka ng 10 p.m. And then you put fruits there, you made it obvious,
right.
You're training yourself. Kung may chocolate pa din doon, kung meron pa ring ice cream doon.
Correct.
It's not obvious.
That's one way. I think sinabi din niya doon na ang unang-unang kailangan talagang gawin is to make a list and be mindful of the current habits that you already have.
Yeah, yung may pina-audit ka niya.
So mag-audit ka ng buong checklist mo mula pagkagising.
Habit stacking.
Hindi.
Malayo pa.
Sorry guys.
Advance ka bro.
Wait lang.
Ibang notes.
Go.
So, ang kailangan mo daw gawin, alamin muna. Basahin ko yung quote. Before we can effectively build new habits, we need to get a handle on our current ones.
Correct.
This can be more challenging than it sounds because once a habit is firmly rooted in your life, it is mostly non-conscious automatic. If a habit remains mindless, you cannot expect to improve it.
Iyon yung kanina ko pa iniisip habang you were mentioning, although parang, di ba dito sa Pilipinas, mindless tayo ngayon sa sobrang init di ba? We don't have time to sit down and really think about our habits, think about the things that we're doing. Kasi nga, iniisip mo, ano ba kakainin ko sa susunod na meal? Ano ba yung So, eto talaga, maganda siya, pero kaya siya very effective sa first world. Ngayon, paano sa context naman natin sa Pilipinas? Lalo na dun sa mga underprivileged, I guess.
Well, I think it's an excuse because mas busy nga sila sa atin. Mas busy yung first world sa atin. Nagdo-double jobs yung mga tao.
True.
Tayo nga, nag-Netflix lang tayo. Mindless lang talaga tayo. Pero hindi tayo dahil
kaya
busy.
Kaya tayo nag-entertainment is to really take off yung suffering natin. Kasi kaya nga yun yung point ng entertainment.
Pero they're suffering. I mean,
because of that.
Like for example, like we say that first world is nice, no? But you have to speak to a person. Kasi ang nakikita lang natin na first world country, middle class pataas. Pero you haven't seen the lower classes who's trying to live by the day.
Yeah.
Na bro, suffering din talaga sila. So I think it's not a matter of Well, one, feeling ko, information talaga na are you aware that you can sit down and think about your life, diba?
Correct.
And evaluate your habits. Are we aware of that? So at least kung nanonood ka ng podcast ngayon, hopefully this helps you. Kasi, okay, mamaya, pag nag-CR ka, kaysa dala mo yung phone mo, mag-isip ka, ano naman nangyayari sa buhay ko?
Yeah.
Ano nga ba nangyayari?
Or magdala ka ng libro sa CR mo.
Wag naman.
Yung
ginagawa ko yun,
Nakalala ko, nagdadala, may bookshelf sa
Sa CR, yes.
Unhygienic.
sa CR.
Ikaw lang naman babasa.
Ikaw lang naman mabasa.
Kasi di pa nag-flash ka. Anyway. Pero yun lang. Ano ko lang yun.
Yeah.
Parang side comment.
Pero great
Kasi,
question.
Yeah.
Pero ayun, mas maganda ngayon, mas nako-contextualize natin sa mga
Yeah.
Pinoy viewers natin.
Yes.
Yeah. True. Yeah. So, isa sa mga mga sinasabi doon, actually yung making it obvious. Before this pala, since nabanggit yung what do you call that, yung anong
Parts of a habit.
Parts of a habit, yung cue, craving,
Response,
and reward. If you want to build a good habit, ito lang din yung susundan mo, di ba?
Yes.
And if you want to replace a habit na unhelpful, kontrahin mo lang. Like, the opposite of making it obvious is making it not obvious.
Yeah.
And then, making it not attractive or unattractive. Making it hard.
Yes.
And making it unsatisfying.
Unsatisfying. Yeah.
So, ganun din pala. So, kasi, nabasa ko lang dito, pero translate ko na lang, na yung mga nakagawian natin, like yung habits natin, yung lifestyle natin, these are already unconscious. Like, na-build na natin sila. And sabi ni James Clear, our old habits, we did not create them, we copy them.
From someone.
From someone. So, medyo mahirap na kunyari, if you're going to unlearn a habit na very unhelpful, medyo mahirap siyang hugutin from your, kasi rooted na siya in you.
Yep.
So, the goal is identifying kung ano yung gusto mo habit na maging replacement, and then you do it most often, like mas madalas, until it become unconscious. Until it becomes subconscious.
Meron lang singit dyan kasi diba we have 3 children right now, and ngayon I'm putting them to sleep. And one of the ako lang, nakasanayan ko lang, and maybe kayo din, before I sleep, I just browse my phone. Just, wala lang. Parang just mindlessly. Pero, because I'm sleeping with the kids, they are seeing that. And then we talked about it. Sabi niya, usap kami ni Carmen, if we will not stop that, they will copy that. Diba, just like what you said kanina, na parang, hindi naman yan, most of it, nakukopyan natin at nakukopyan ng mga anak natin. And if we want to change that, we have to deliberately stop that. Yeah. So parang magsisimula. Yeah. So I'm just agreeing with that na makukopya yan. So kung ayaw mong maging ganun sila, wag mo din gawin.
Yeah. Classic Bishop Ferdy to, guys. Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah. Diba? True.
Kay Pastor Ferdy ko na narinig yun.
I think excited ako dun kasi ibig sabihin, I could model the habits I want with my kids.
Right.
And life is gonna be easier for them because they grow up in my household. Yung parang ganun yung feeling. Tapos,
ba't ako kinabahan?
Just remember, yung identity nila, you could shape that ngayon pa lang. Iniisip ko nga kasi laging palaisipan sa akin yung how we've been raised by our parents. Kasi when I look at my brothers and my sister, palaban kami lahat, diba? Tapos na-realize ko, bro, while I was reading this, yung word na astig, normal sa bahay yun. Ba't ka ganyan magdamit? Parang di ka naman astig niyan eh. Ganun yung tatay ko, bro. So, not realizing na part of our identity was astig talaga kaming magkakapatid. So, yun pala yung parang niyakap namin na identity namin. So,
kasi ganun yung parents.
Because yun yung sinasabi sa amin na, ano pa naman parang di ka naman astig niyan. Tapos, okay, panagiging astig talaga itong mga anak ko kasi ganyan. Tigas yan yung astig di ba? So, na-realize ko, what if we shape the identity of our kids now.
Yeah, that's good.
Say, like for example, yung isang anak ko, hindi pa siya mindful sa mga meron siya. Tapos I was talking to this kid na sabi ko, I have bad news for you. Sabi ko, you're not gonna get a lot of things and you're gonna lose a lot of things if you don't do this properly. Kasi sabi ng Bible, if you can be trusted with little, God will entrust you with more.
Yeah.
Pero sabi din ng Bible, if you cannot be trusted with little, God will take it all away from you.
Oh.
Grabe durog siguro.
Grabe.
So sabi ko, that's not you. Sabi ko, that's not who you are, 'di ba? You're not gonna be like that, 'di ba? Tapos, Dad, so I'm gonna trust you again, ha? Ganyan sabi ko sa kanya. Because you're gonna be a leader someday. You're gonna be entrusted with a lot. I want you to learn it ngayon pa lang. Tapos alam mo lang yung feeling na deep inside, medyo masama yung loob ko na nawala niya yung pera niya, nawala niya yung...
Nasayang na.
Oo, marami na sayang. Pero, hindi, I need to build the identity na, hindi, ganito siya, ganito siya.
Yeah.
Galing. Sobrang galing ng book. Applying it to other
areas, no?
Yeah.
I agree. Hindi, maganda talaga.
May sinabi siya, bro, implementation intention. You guys remember that?
Remind us.
Tatlo na kami.
Implementation, intention. So, yung kwento ay
ito ba yung research?
You make a plan.
Plan out when and where.
Yes, beforehand about when and where to act. So many people think they lack motivation when what they really lack is clarity.
Yes.
It is not always obvious when and where to take action.
Yeah. So yung background nun, guys, nagkaroon ng research and divided yung groups into 3. Yung first is, tinanong lang sila kung bakit nila gusto mag-workout, bakit nila kailangan mag-workout. Second, ay may mga material na binigay dun sa group na yon. Yung mga successful stories about working out and getting healthy. And then yung third group, bukod sa material na binigay sa kanila, tinanong pa sila kung kailan, saan, at paano nila gagawin yung workout.
Yeah.
And ang resulta, about great percentage ng third group, naging sustainable yung
9
workout.
9 out of 10 yata, bro.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Can you imagine that? So, ang galing nun, dahil, actually, ma-apply natin yun sa...
Practically, how can you apply it?
So, gagawa ka lang ng simple na statement. So, ang sabi niya, I will, tas behavior, at time, in location. Pero kasi, hindi kasi clear yan eh.
Kaya pala sa quiet time, di ba? Laging sinasabi, kailangan ng oras, kailangan ng
lugar.
Yes.
Dito rin pala yun.
Yes.
So sinabi niya na kung gusto mo mag-start ng habit, like for example, you want to work out, di ba? I will wear my workout clothes at 7 a.m. and in my house. Parang ganon. That's that will start you going to the gym. Or yung isang example niya is tama ba yan? Ito ba yung taxi na I will tell the taxi to drop me off at the gym.
Yeah.
Yun yung part ng habit niya. So, it's giving you clarity of what kind of habit you really wanted to change. It's just naming it na ito yung gusto kong gawin, ito yung time, ito yung place, ito yung location.
Yeah. So, parang siya, nagkaroon ka ng small declaration, at least sa sarili mo, diba? Yung commitment, unti-unti nabubuo na doon. Yan. And then, nakalagay din dito na very specific kasi diba, nabanggit yung hindi lang sa time, yung place. Kasi when you do things na hindi supposedly ginagawa or conducive sa isang lugar, nasisira yung habit na binibuild mo. Like,
for example, environment.
So, cellphones sa bedroom, hindi siya healthy. So, yan. Or, yung work sa bedroom, nami-mix ngayon yung katawan mo ngayon, hindi makapag-rest.
Makatulog na maayos.
Kasi pag nasa kwarto ka, feeling na katawan mo, uy, may work pa rin
tayo gagawin. Laptop kasi.
Yeah.
So, Drewy, dito yung habit stacking, bro.
Yeah.
Yan. Kwenta mo naman sa akin.
Ginugulat mo kami. Walang gulatan.
Hindi, nabanggit kasi yung habit stacking.
So, habit stacking. After current habit, I will new habit.
Patong-patong.
So ito naman, di ba
May successful
nag-audit
habit
ka na,
na.
di ba? Like for example, ang lagi mong habit sa umaga, kakape, di ba?
Sasabayan mo na ng Bible
Doon sa kape, sasamahan mo ngayon
Ganon.
prayer.
After kong magkape,
Ito na ang gagawin ko.
magbabasa ako ng Bible. Ganun yung
Yun
gagawin.
yung
Galing, no?
stacking.
Yes.
Pero kailangan mo siyang either isulat somewhere kasi nga, you're trying to make sure na clear sa'yo yung gagawin mo.
Yeah. I guess, again, inulit-ulit dito sa topic natin na yung self-awareness and self-consciousness na dapat
Intentional ka talaga.
intentional ka, aware ka doon sa ginagawa mo, which is mostly nga talaga sa Pilipinas, di ba? Traffic, init, baba ng sahod. So, kung yun yung mga hinaharap mo, problema sa buhay, kaaway mo asawa mo and all that, nag-away kapitbahay mo, kinagat ka ng aso. Daming problema eh. Pero lahat yon pwedeng maging excuse not to be self-aware.
Yeah.
And sometimes, our life is actually made that way para hanggang dun lang tayo, di ba? So, ito, by simply being aware of what's happening in you, what's happening in your daily activities, malaki na pala ng impact na yan agad. Kasi awareness pa lang, hindi mo pa sinusulat eh. Ito pala yung ginagawa ko. Lagi pala akong mainitin ng ulo kasi traffic. So, by doing so, na-identify mo yung mga bagay na nangyayari sa'yo, tumatakbo sa ano. Tapos saka mo na ma-apply itong mga pinag-uusapan natin.
Right.
Na importante naman talaga.
I think ang pinaka-key is to design your environment in such a way that will support the new habit that you want to form.
Yeah.
Correct.
So if you want to be a good reader, then buy books and then
find a community who reads.
We did that, by the way, sa aming kids. If you go to our house, there's books at downstairs, there's books upstairs.
Or hindi ka na naglilinis.
Nakaayos naman. Hindi naman sinabing nakakalat. Kung sabi ikalat mo yung libro.
Sabi mo, anyway. May libro siya.
Bro, kasi
Pag kumakain na bro, nakapatong yung plato sa libro.
we see our children going down and then there's a book ready that they will get.
Yeah.
Environment talaga plays a big part. Dun sa make it obvious chapter. Ayan. So kung gusto mong maging health buff,
Nagiging dumbbell sa kama.
Hindi. Mag-enroll
bro.
ka sa gym. Pumunta ka.
Hindi, bro.
Workout clothes.
Workout clothes, sobrang important.
Sobrang obvious kung nasan yung workout clothes. I-ready mo na ng gabi pa lang. Para pagkagising mo sa umaga, isusuot
Hindi ka
mo na.
natatama rin. No?
True.
Oo. Kung gusto mo daw gumaling mag-gitara, lagay mo sa sala yung gitara. Lagay mo sa living room.
That's good, yeah.
Lagay mong makakikita. Kasi pag nasa closet siya, tatama ring extra step eh.
Yeah.
In the same way, kung gusto mo naman na itigil daw pag Netflix, halimbawa, lagay mo sa closet yung TV.
Ilayo mo.
Delete mo na lang account. Delete mo na lang account. Mas madali yun, di ba?
Bigyan mo na extra step. Like,
Papahirapan mo talaga. Oo.
Yung TV mo, ilagay mo sa ceiling.
nakatingala ka.
Maganda yung kwento dun sa may nag-experiment kasi, bro.
Alam mo yun, Koy. Yung
alam mo
kwento.
to, Koy. Bro, yung chess.
Yung chess?
Oo.
Hindi ko na alam.
Yung two sisters.
Three sisters.
Ikaw, halata ka na rin.
Ako lang nagbasa.
Laging kulang ng isa eh.
So, merong isang guy who wanted to show the world na it's not really about talent. It's about environment and hard work.
Yep.
So, naghahanap siya ngayon ng mapapangasawa na mag-a-agree sa kanya. Kasi mag-i-experimentohan nila yung mga anak nila. So, nakahanap siya ng asawa, tapos nag-decide sila na chess ang gagamitin nilang sport.
Yeah.
So, yung bahay nila, pinuno nila ng books about chess.
May mga posters of successful
mga grandmasters.
mga grandmasters.
Until eventually, bro, yung tatlong anak niya, grandmasters lahat.
Wow.
Youngest pa.
Tas youngest grandmaster yung pinaka
At 15th. 15 years old.
yung pinaka bunso nila. Kasi nga environment. Tapos nung tinanong sila, parang tinanong yung mga bata. Talagang gusto namin yung chess eh. Mahal talaga
Na-enjoy nila.
Minsan daw bro, nagsi-CR, may dala-dalang chess. Yung bata. Kasi pag magaling ka na bro, nilalabanan mo na yung sarili mo. Diba? So,
si Sherlock Holmes nga, di ba? Letters lang. A3.
Yan, ganun. Diba? Ganun nga. So, siya, parang, sabi niya, itago mo na yung mga chess piece, tapos parang yung bata daw, parang, ayaw nila akong layuan eh. ganun yung. Yeah. But because it was an environment that was created.
To support yung habits na.
Yeah,
That's good. So, parang konting application lang sa parents na nakikinig. If you really want your child to grow in an area or stop in an area, environment will really play a big part of it.
True.
Kung gusto mo silang matutong magbike, bilan mo ng bike. Hindi pwedeng nakikihiram lang sa kapitbahay. Kasi the extra step nga will make them frustrated eh.
Yeah.
Correct.
Diba yung, minsan ganun tayo eh. Because babalik ako doon kay Koy na, mahirap lang tayo. Bibili ba ng bike? Paano pag bumili ng bike? Tapos, hindi naman pala gagamitin. May mga ganong mindset, di ba? Subukan mo muna kung gusto mo talaga. Hindi, baligtad. Kailangan mo nang ipain talaga. Environment.
Right.
You make it fun.
Na yun.
Ganun naman. And I see it in our kids. We bought them bikes and now they love bikes. Right? Si Yuel in-expose ko sa NBA. He's watching NBA with me. Now he loves basketball. So, mauna talaga yung environment.
Correct.
One of the discoveries na natutunan namin ngayon was si Yosh, gin-round namin siya. Tapos, tinanggal namin yung gadget sa kanya. So, yun yung parang pinaka-discipline niya. Habang tinanggal yung gadget, the very thing that we disciplined him for, inulit niya ulit.
Oh.
So, sabi ko, okay, then we'll just remove this from you na. So, imbes na 1 week ka lang na grounded from your gadgets, wala ka ng gadgets totally. Tatanggalin ko na yung tablet mo. So, sobrang sama ng loob niya. Tapos mga...
Malamang bro.
Sobrang sama ng loob niya. Tapos, eventually, he started to do other things. Tapos hanggang sa ngayon, na-discover niya yung Scratch. Alam niyo ba yung Scratch? Yung Scratch ay programming game pang bata. So, ewan ko si Yuel. Programming si Yuel, di ba? So, yung Scratch ay programming game that allows him to code.
Nice.
Bro!
Napabuti pa.
Bro, gumagawa ng code ngayon, bro.
Nice.
And it will never happen if he still had that tablet. So, yung tablet ngayon, parang...
And kung naging soft kayo sa kanya.
Yeah, so yung tablet ngayon, weekend, sige, payagan kita ng weekend lang. Pero sabi ko sa kanya, you've seen how creative you are kapag Monday to Friday. So obviously, I had to be extra mindful doon sa mga ginagawa niya and make sure to complement it na, tamo, you're able to do your Legos kasi you're not doing your gadgets. Tamo, you're able to solve. Kasi bro, yung Lego niya, sobrang creative, parang advanced builder na siya eh. Yung mga building techniques niya. Sabi ko, tamo, nagawa mo yan kasi hindi ka nagga-gadget. So, hina-highlight ko yun.
Anong response niya?
Yeah, sabi ko, so how does it feel? Does it feel good that you're able to do that? Yeah, it feels good. Ganun. So, yun yung parang tinatanong ko sa kanya. So, now he feels good about himself. Kasi may proof siya na kaya niya mag-build.
Yeah.
So, ngayon naman,
coding
siya, gumagawa siya ng game doon sa Scratch.
Nice.
Proud siya.
May similar story din yan sa Yuel. Ganun din, basically. Sumobra sa gadget time.
Hintayin niyo yung kay Elias.
So, wala na siyang gadget time 1 month.
Oh.
Ganun din. So, wala ka, grounded ka na dyan. But ano naman yun, sa mga parents, sunod-sunod yun. Parang 3 days, 1 week. Hindi pa rin. So, 1 month. Wala siyang gagawin. So, naghanap siya ng libro. Nakita niya Harry Potter. So, natapos niya, bro, books 1 to 4 in 10 days.
What?
So, this is a perfect example of bad habit, new habit, di ba? Talagang pag
Replace.
And environment.
And environment.
It will never happen kung walang book doon eh.
Yeah.
Wala siyang choice eh. Ganun siya. Dad, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Ganun siya. Dad, I'm bored.
Oh, what's this? Harry Potter.
On our end, everybody was doing something productive eh.
Right.
Like, I was in my office, I was either doing a book or doing something else. Tapos, so nakikita nila na si dad is doing something productive. Si nanay nila is doing something productive upstairs. Si Zoe is either drawing or doing something with her business, yung kawu. Diba? Tapos si Saya naman, nagko-color ng mag-isa, tsaka nagsusulat ng mag-isa. So si Yosh, parang...
Kung wala siyang gagawin, siya lang yung out of place.
Mindless. So yeah. Environment, make it obvious.
Yeah.
And
Motivation is overrated.
Yeah.
Environment.
Yeah, bro.
I like that.
Yeah.
Ulit para lagyan natin dun.
Yeah, yung mismong chapter title is Motivation
is overrated.
Environment often matters more.
Yeah.
Ay, nandito pala yun.
Yeah.
Nakatulog ka lang kasi nung binabasa mo yun.
Yeah. So yun yung mga powerful tips if you want to build the habit of working out, make it obvious. Ilagay mo sa kunyari home workout lang, napakadali lang gawin doon. Lagay mo na agad, latag mo lang lagi yung yoga mat mo sa sala. Diba?
Akala ko ilagay mo yung dumbbell sa baba ng kama mo. Masisipa mo yun.
Sipa mo ka.
Sinabi din doon yung self-control, bro.
Yeah.
Na there's a chapter that talks about self-control. Sabi niya, yung people daw na mataas yung self-control are people who don't need to use it.
Yes. Galing doon.
Sorry, what?
People who have high self-control are people who don't need to use it. Ibig sabihin, you have structured your environment so much that you don't need self-control to not do it kasi it's not there in the first place.
Yeah.
Galing, bro.
Sobrang wisdom.
Sobrang galing.
And no wonder, naging go-to guy for habit. Naging habit expert.
Natalo niya si Charles Duhigg. Si Charles Duhigg talaga yung power of habits.
Tapos siya na ngayon.
Pero kino-quote niya rin eh.
Yeah.
May mga
doon ata siya
citations
nagsimula eh. Kasi si Duwig nga yun. Yun ata yung nabasa niyang book or something.
Yeah, so that's making it obvious.
Right.
Yung cue, dapat sobrang obvious kung gusto mo siyang i-build. Kung hindi naman obvious, kung gusto mo palitan, at very unhealthy habit siya, yan, make it disappear from your sight. Ganun lang. Okay? And yung second law, papasok natin, ang sabi naman dito, you make it attractive. Make it enticing enough na it will be hard for you not to do the habit.
Remind lang natin sila yung kabaliktaran. Kanina, make it obvious, make it invisible. Kung ayaw mo maging obvious, make it invisible. Make it attractive, make it unattractive.
Paano mo, ano yung mga example nun?
I think yung unang kwento was
Joke lang.
Hindi na ako mabot.
Walang gulutan.
Nagugulat ka eh.
Pwede naman sabihin mo siya mga 5 minutes before.
Ang malupit nun. Namahinga na nag-explain niya siya.
Okay na eh.
Ayun, paano make it attractive?
yung unang example was... Scientist ba? Hindi ba yung factory sa Japan?
Sabi dito eh.
You make it a habit irresistible.
Ayun,
so paano mo gagawin yun? Irresistible. Go ko.
No, yung for example, the habit of eating chips.
Yeah.
The food industry had developed the science of understanding people's taste buds in a way na yung...
Hindi package it in the marketing. Yeah.
Hindi lang marketing, bro. Yung lasa mismo.
Lasa mismo.
So, paulit-ulit yung habit. Nag-overeat ka madalas doon sa mga binibili nila. Kasi lalakihan nila yung lalakihan nila yung packaging. Lalagyan, yung packaging. Tapos, kasi nga naman, di ba, pag bumili ka ng maliit na Pringles, bitin, di ba?
Sobrang bitin. No?
Tapos, bibili ka ngayon ng malaki. Ngayon, yung malaki naman, di mo maubos. Pipilitin mong ubusin kasi pag di mo na kinakain, hinahanap na ulit nung utak mo yung lasa, yung alat. So, yung mixture ng alat, ng fat, tsaka nung tamis, parang yun yung
na-perfect nila.
Pina-perfect ng food industry para you get to eat it's very attractive to eat it.
Dito rin ba yung example niya about toothpaste?
Yes. Dito din yan.
Yung mint flavor, tsaka yung...
Ay, hindi bro. Sa Sa reward na to.
Sa reward. Yeah.
Pero dito ba yung dopamine kick?
Yeah. Yung anticipation.
Yun,
Yes,
yung
yes,
anticipation.
yes. Sige, go.
Can you elaborate? Ayan. So, ano tawag dito?
Basahin ko yung mga quotes ko.
Go.
If you want to increase the odds that a behavior will occur, then you need to make it attractive. Okay? When it comes to habits, the key takeaway is this. The dopamine is released not only when you experience pleasure, but also when you anticipate it. It is the anticipation of a reward,
Not the fulfillment of it.
yes,
Yeah.
that gets us
Nice,
to
nice.
take action. So, the idea is, iniisip mo pa lang yung gagawin mo, gusto mo na siyang gawin. Iniisip mo pa lang mag-exercise, gusto mo na mag-exercise.
Yeah.
Parang ganun yung...
I think yun yung sabi ng quote nung every habit is a dopamine-driven feedback loop.
Yep, yep,
When
yep.
dopamine rises, so does our motivation to act. Example, every Monday, may habit ako na mag-basketball. Monday na umaga pa lang, excited na ako. Kasi na-imagine ko na yung sarili ko na. So may dopamine kick na. Hindi pa nangyayari. May dopamine kick na. And that motivates me to act.
True.
Yeah. Saan part ng... May nabasa kasi ko about yung temptation bundling eh. Ito, tama ba?
Oo, nabasa ko din yung...
Use of temptation bundling.
When you buy something, kunyari accessory of for the gym, you buy more accessory.
Ito sabi niya, quote, this involves linking an action you want to do with an action you need to do.
Hindi yan yung habit bundling.
Temptation bundling.
Is it? Yeah.
Yung, hindi pa, tama, pinagsama yung principle. So, the idea is this. So, for example, bumili ako ng motor.
Oo.
Diba?
May kasunod pa yon.
Gusto ko bumili ng accessory. Gusto kong bumili ng... So, bumili ako ng motor. Pagbili ko ng motor, kailangan ko bumili ng helmet. So, dahil bumili ako ng helmet, niisip ko, bibili rin ba ako ng gloves? Bibili rin ba ako ng jacket? Tapos,
Lahat na yun.
pag nabili mo na yun, teka lang, kailangan ko rin bang bilhin ng ganito yung motor ko? Kailangan ko rin mabili ng ganito yung motor ko? Umabot na sa paparenovate ko yung bahay.
Para may garahe.
Para may garahe. Kasi di ba open lang yung bahay namin, walang garahe. So, ganun yung, normal daw yun sa lahat ng tao.
Yeah.
Na the first purchase would always lead to next purchases.
Yes.
Kasi nga, nababundle. So parang in the way din, yung habits din, pwede mo din siyang iganon. Pag sama-samahin. Hinahanap ko kung anong chapter to eh.
And ma-realize natin, it's already, kumbaga, working sa lifestyle natin. Like for example, yung habit lang of, yung binge watching ng mga reels. One reel will lead to another reel. So, yeah, 1 hour na yan. So, kapag di ka aware, nagiging subconscious yung habit na yon. So, pwedeng palitan.
Nagets ko na, Ruby.
I think may example ako nitong bundling. Sabi kasi, connecting an enjoyable activity with a necessary habit.
Yes.
Ito nangyari sa akin this year kasi I always watch Suns games. Nanonood ako. So, ang ginawa ko, sinama ko yung workout doon sa panonood. So, habang nanonood ako, nag-workout ako.
Nice.
So, parang bundling an enjoyable habit to unnecessary habit. Ito gusto mo. Ito hindi mo masyadong gusto.
Yes.
I-combine mo siya.
Nice.
Nasa libro ay yung cycling at Netflix.
Temptation bundling.
Nagula.
Hindi, ang nasa libro ay yung emails. If you want to do
Declutter.
bago ka kasi ayaw mong harapin yung email mo, diba?
Dami.
Yes.
1,000, 2,000 plus atang emails na meron ako. So, bago mo harapin yun, ayaw mong harapin yun, pero dahil ang reward mo ay magagawa mo lang yung gusto mong gawin pag ginawa mo siya. Pwede mo ngayon pagsamahin. So, parang ngayon, you want to check your email because pag chinek mo yung email mo, makukuha mo yung next na habit na desirable para sa'yo. So, it is essentially parang also rewarding yourself in a process.
Yeah.
Yun yung reward mo. Binabundle mo lang.
Yung anticipation, paano yung application nun? Like for example, let's make it practical sa mga nakikinig sa atin. For example, gusto natin magbasa ng libro. How can you make it attractive? Gusto mo build yung habit ng book reading or at least devotion every morning. How can you make it attractive for a person? May mga examples ba kayo?
Ako ay... Siguro if I would do that, I love coffee, I love Starbucks, for example. Ididikit ko siya sa ganun.
Oh, nice.
I will deliberately go to a coffee shop and read a book. Tapos be disciplined. Dapat tanggalin ko yung...
Walang distraction.
Combo mo yung one. No? Iwanan mo yung phone mo sa kasi I had a Kindle and I had an iPad eh. And ang ginawa ko, binenta ko yung Kindle ko kasi sabi ko, hindi, kaya na nung iPad. It's just that nagbabasa ako na ring
notifications.
Distraction. So I went back to Kindle. So that's one example.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Kaya in-anticipate mo yung joy mo sa coffee. And then you bundle it with reading books or devotion.
Yeah, if you don't find it really attractive. So, either it's a shift in mindset. Hindi ko alam kung dito din kasi yung perception ng time natin magkaiba. Yung sinabi niya na yung usually we perceive pleasure in the present and we don't see pleasure in the future. So kaya halimbawa pag workout, we don't see that pleasurable now. Kaya hindi siya attractive.
Correct.
Pero it's gonna be pleasurable a year after kasi a year after nakakalakad ka pa din. But we don't see that. So pag nahihirapan kang hanapin yung attractiveness nung kailangan mong gawin, then you look for something that you can have now.
That you're already attracted.
That you're already attracted to. Tapos ididikit mo siya ngayon doon. Pero make sure daw na hindi siya nagko-conflict. So like for example, hindi pwede na...
Yung gym, ang reward mo ay kakain ka.
Lechon. Gano'n. Di ba? Kada isang araw ng gym, isang unli.
Gano'n nangyari sa amin, nagbabay kami. Mas malaki pa yung kinain namin.
Yung parang yung mga nagsusumba. Susumba sa mall. Pagkatapos
magsumba. Pero mawawala yung mga viewers natin na nagsusumba.
Yung sa Robinson kasi, may mga nagsusumba sa baba. Pagkatapos nila magsumba.
Rekta Jollibee.
Mang inasal. Wag ganun.
Yeah,
Pero totoo. At least naging yun yung practical application nun. And part of making it attractive is you hang with people na normal sa kanila yung habit na gusto mong i-build.
Chapter 9 na to.
Yeah, sabi dito, role of family and friends, the habits of people around us, particularly friends and family, significantly influence our behavior. Associating with people who embody the habits you want to adapt can naturally steer you towards those habits. So you surround yourself with people na would help you with the habit. I mean,
yung normal na sa kanila.
Kung gusto mong maging sporty, mag-hangout ka with sporty people.
Correct.
Yeah. May 3 groups na binanggit eh. Yung isa ay the close.
The
many, and the powerful.
Nice.
Okay, the close, the many, the powerful. Ito daw yung 3 ini-imitate natin.
Yeah.
So you imitate the people that are close to you. Tapos you imitate the habits of the many. And you imitate the habits of the powerful. Kasi nga,
inspired ka.
If they were able to reach that, then maybe if I follow them, I might be able to reach that also. So kaya importante yung sinabi na medyo sinabi mo to kanina, di ba? Yung the people group, the people around you. Sabi dito, one of the most effective things you can do to build better habits is to join a culture where your desired behavior is the normal behavior.
Correct.
Galing.
Yeah.
Ngayon, pag-usapan natin yan itong recently, di ba? We want to, parang, yung speech? Ano yung tawag na?
Yeah, yung John Robert Powers.
Hindi, yung isa.
Toastmasters.
Toastmasters. Kasi nga, gusto natin mag-improve yung pagsasalita natin.
Kailangan natin yan.
Hindi, saan na to bro? Nung nag-VG tayong dalawa lang.
VG kami ko. Nag-date na lang kami dalawa ng mga asawa namin.
Yeah.
Pero yan.
Yeah.
Para mag-improve
Meron
yung
ba doon?
speech.
I mean, segue.
Toastmasters, meron talaga.
May chapter dito sa...
Wala nga.
Wala. Pero yun yung application.
So parang sabi ni Koy, ba't di tayo gumawa ng Toastmasters dito?
Lead sparkers.
No, Toastmasters talaga. Tapos,
legit talaga magkano tayo.
pero, the people, eventually, we could share the gospel to the people who are being joined.
Naku, nalaman na nila yung...
Yung agenda.
Oh no. The secret has been out.
Pero yun naman talaga.
Yeah. So in the same way, how do you use it to your advantage? Is, yun nga, yung nabanggit ni Pastor Rui, kung gusto mong maging buff, no, you be around with people na normal sa kanila ang mag-gym araw-araw.
Right.
And hindi pilitan. Kasi isa yun sa mga challenge, lalo, yan. For example, kami nila, Pastor Rob, yung mga asawa namin, hatakan kung sino ang ganahan mag-gym siya. Siya ang mag-influence.
Yari ka niya, bro.
O sa akin na lang. Ayan. And the same way, ang hirap mag-build ng new habit kung ikaw lang sa buong circle ang
Right.
Ang tingin sa'yo weirdo Okay. And and then how to find and fix the causes of your yung audit to
No, before that, sabihin ko lang yung isang quote na inano ko dito. Nothing sustains motivation better than belonging to the tribe. It transforms a personal quest into a shared one. Previously, you were on your own. Your identity was singular. You're a reader, you're a musician, you're an athlete. But when you join a book club, a band or a cycling group, your identity becomes linked to those around you.
Galing.
Growth and change is no longer an individual pursuit.
Yeah.
We are readers, we are musicians,
Nice. Mas
we are
powerful.
cyclists. Kaya I like what we're doing here because we're being forced to be leaders, diba?
Correct. And to be readers.
And to be readers also. I'm sure. At least nag-i-improve na yung reading natin,
Chapter
diba?
1 na.
So guys, stay tuned kasi we're hoping na as we every month meron tayong isang book na nire-review diba?
Yeah.
So kayo na nanonood sa amin,
baka meron kayong suggestion na book.
Also baka may suggestion kayo.
Yeah.
So number 9, chapter 9.
How to find and fix the causes of your bad habits. Ayan. Ito actually siguro yung kabaliktaran na ng mga napag-usapan natin so far ng first law and second law. Ito yung ina-explain ni James Clear how to make something invisible para hindi mo na para magkaroon ka ng extra step to do the actual habit.
Yeah.
And also to make it unattractive. So, may urge or may resistance na internally. Kaya, hindi mo na siya ginagawa.
Right. Ito yung kinuwento niya yung book about not smoking, di ba? Parang mayroong isang buong libro, tapos ang point lang ng libro, talaga bang nag-yosi ka pa? Yung parang ganun yung parang after mo mabasa ng libro, parang napakawalang kwenta ng smoking. Yan yung marirealize mo after the whole book. So, in a sense, naging unattractive na siya bigla.
Yeah.
Kasi ginagawa daw yung pag-yosi, una, nagpapakalma sa'yo, tapos you use it so that you could be with your friends, to socialize with your friends. So parang yung book na ginawa, na minimension niya, was somehow dinebunk niya lahat yung mga yon na hindi yan nagpapakalma sa'yo, blah 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 blah. Hindi mo kailangan yan para mag-socialize, blah blah blah. Hindi mo ganyan yan. Eventually daw sa dulo ng libro, yung parang sobrang it doesn't make sense to smoke even. Yung parang tinanggal niya lahat ng reasons to smoke. So ngayon, unattractive na siya ngayon. So yung nagkikwento sa kanya, stop smoking because of it.
Grabe, no?
Oh, just because of that book.
Yeah.
Hanggang doon na yung kaya kong i-comment
And ma-realize natin dito, actually very practical yung mga tips na binibigay ni James Clear. However, para mag-work to, you really have to want to build or to avoid a certain habit para magawa mo to. Kasi at certain level or certain point, kahit gano'n ka-effective itong mga to, if the person really don't want to change, wala rin mangyayari.
Yeah.
Okay? So, yeah, that's it. Again, itong pinag-usapan natin, nasa first law and second law pa lang tayo ng Atomic Habits. Very technical and hopefully, and makapansin nyo din, may mga stories dito, may mga, nasa-cite kami ng mga
personal
concepts
stories
na nasa chapter 20 pa siya. Kasi ang ganda dahil dikit-dikit yung concepts.
Sobrang advanced kasi namin. Nasasabi na namin yung pang chapter 20.
Yeah. And actually, pag nabasa niyo yung mga libro, nire-review ulit ni James Clear from the first law.
Magaling si James Clear. Very clear talaga siya.
Correct. Simple words, simple stories. Kaya mare-retain siya sa mga utak natin. Okay? So, I guess, puputulin natin.
We'll pause this.
Right. Yeah.
Nagkaroon tayo ng part 2 and hopefully,
Abangan nyo next week.
Yeah.
Sana at that time nabasa na nila yung libro.
Oo. Sa kanila ba sa atin?
Sa kanila.
Para yun.
Para mas mayakap nila yun.
Oo. And hopefully at the end of the second part ng podcast episode natin na to, makonect natin from the very first law to the last law ng habit forming.
Right.
Alright. So that's it. Thank you so much. And abangan niyo yung second part ng Atomic Habits review natin. And again, if you like our work at gusto mo pang matuto, like and subscribe. And hopefully, i-share mo din to sa mga kakilala mo na mag-benefit dito.
Right.
Thank you so much and see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.